the top teams in Boruto. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about the top teams in Boruto, and I'll pretty much bring in one extra team, which is Shinki's team, mainly because I feel like that team's going to be one of the strongest teams as of right now after the tuning exam. I'm pretty much going to be talking about that at the end when I give my analysis about all the teams in the Konoha, well, the strongest teams in the Konoha I should say. So I'm going to leave a timestamp of when I do talk about Shinki's team in the description below, because I'm pretty sure Shinki's team is pretty much going to be in the thumbnail. So if you guys want to see that, just skip ahead to that. But the first team we're going to be talking about is Team 7, which is obviously Boruto Sarada and Mitsuki. Now, a lot of people will compare this team to the past Team 7, which was Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, but I'd really compare this team to Jiraiya's team, or I should say Team Minato, which was Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. And if you go character by character, I'd pretty much do it like this. Orochimaru obviously matches up to Mitsuki, mainly because Mitsuki and Orochimaru, they're related. Obviously, they have that fascination with snakes. Basically, they have all the same jutsus. Now, the second characters I'd say Sarada matches up with Tsunade more than she does with Sakura, especially at a Genin level. A lot of people would say that Sakura at a Genin level was quote-unquote useless, and I kind of understand that. I wouldn't call her useless, but I understand that she didn't have the best parts and she didn't showcase her skills the best in the first part of Naruto. So that's pretty much the real difference in these two characters. Obviously, we know Sarada at a Genin level has the Sharingan, so she's not going to be quote-unquote useless. So that already puts her in front of Sakura, and we know that Tsunade at a young age, she wasn't the best fighter at a Genin age, but she did do better than Sakura was at that age. So I feel like that pretty much separates Sarada from Sakura and puts her more on that Tsunade type level. And also in terms of Jiraiya and Boruto, it's just the fact that Jiraiya knew a lot more jutsus than Naruto ever did, and also the same thing with Boruto. Boruto knew a lot more jutsus than Naruto did at that specific age. Now, of course, Jiraiya wasn't the best fighter at that age. He did have to go to Mount Meiboku to train and then learn some jutsus. But after he trained at Mount Meiboku, he learned a lot more jutsus. He was able to manipulate a lot more chakra natures than Naruto was at that specific age. Now, of course, Boruto, he knows a lot of jutsus. He knows that he has lightning style, he knows that he has wind style, and obviously later on he's pretty much going to develop water style. At that age, Naruto didn't know what the hell a chakra nature was. He actually learned about chakra natures when he first started to learn the Rasen Shuriken, and after that, that's when he pretty much learned it. So as of right now, I feel like the three characters, Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, they more relate to Team Minato. Now, this team is going to be a mid-range team. None of them can really see for long ranges except Sarada that we know of, because Boruto probably his eye dojutsu, we don't know yet. Maybe it's a long-range dojutsu, we have no idea. I feel like it's going to be a mid-range team mainly because they have a lot of natural talent. Natural talent obviously translates into ninjutsu. Mitsuki, of course, probably has a lot of ninjutsu. Boruto already displayed that he has a lot of ninjutsu, and also Sarada has a lot of ninjutsu. Lightning style, they all use lightning style. They use wind release. And also, the team itself is going to develop water release. So there's going to be a lot of short range to mid range ninjutsu being dealt out by this team. So that's pretty much what they're going to do for Boruto. Now, if we were to power scale these guys, I feel like Mitsuki obviously would be number 1. Boruto and Sarada is kind of interchangeable because a lot of people argue that Sarada is stronger than Boruto, and then you get those people that argue that Boruto is stronger than Sarada. I feel like I just put Boruto at number 2 for plot's sake, and then put Sarada at number 3, and I feel like that's pretty much how it is as of right now. Now, obviously, I feel like the Boruto and Sarada thing, they're gonna fluctuate throughout Boruto and probably even Boruto Shippuden until we get to the end where Boruto just completely separates himself from the rest of the team. Or I don't know, maybe Mitsuki and Sarada develop along with Boruto, and they're all on the same level, and it's not like the past generation where it was only Naruto and Sasuke. But the next team is the Chocho team, and we all know about this team. They've been going on for generations and generations, and this team is going to be inojin, Shikadai, and also chocho. I feel like this team is pretty much going to be a good team. I feel like they're going to shine more when they get older and when they go into more sophisticated missions, because then they could really show their talents. Obviously, we know Shikadai is a tactician. He really makes the best plans to go into a certain situation. Obviously, he plays shogi, aka chess, so he basically trains for missions when he's not actually training for missions. Now, this team is going to be a short range to mid range team. It's kind of weird, mainly because Shikadai and Chocho are kind of short range players, but inojin is like a long range character. Like, he uses his B scroll, obviously he could fly, things like that, so he's more of like a long range type of fighter. But again, Shikadai and Chocho are like short range, so I feel like it's going to be like a medium to short range team, and that's cool. It really doesn't matter. But the thing about this team, as I said, I feel like they're going to really shine later on when they get older, when they go on more sophisticated missions. As of right now, they are on D and C rank missions, and they're not really going to have a lot of things to do. I mean, it's going to be very straightforward missions like transport such and such, probably even capture someone that's not a ninja per se. So in missions like this, Shikadai is not really going to shine. But in terms of B and A rank missions, I feel like that's where Shikadai Shikadai is going to shine. Not only that, but inojin's beast scroll, the ability to fly, is something very significant in Naruto. But if we were to rank this team from strongest to weakest, I feel like the strongest person would be inojin, the second would be Shikadai, and the third strongest would be chocho. Now I'm not sliding chocho or anything like that, because I know chocho is extremely strong. She does come with a lot of techniques and a lot of abilities, but the thing about inojin is that he comes with a lot of natural talent. The same thing with Sai. When Sai was introduced, it was obviously stated that he was stronger than Naruto at that point. Now obviously I'm going to get those comments in the comment section. Well, if Naruto went 9 tails, of course Sai wouldn't have been stronger than Naruto. Obviously we know that, but at base form Sai was kind of stronger than Naruto. So it just shows you how talent level it really matters when you're young, man, because not everybody is developed yet, and not everybody can hone on their craft. And I think inojin is pretty much the situation that he's in right now. He's pretty much more talented than everybody else on the team, and he basically knows his craft, put it like that. And also Shikadai, as I said, is pretty much the same thing that I said earlier. Shikadai isn't really going to shine as of right now. He's going to really shine when they get older and they actually need somebody to plan out their missions. I feel like that's when he'll be at his best. And chocho, she obviously has a lot of talent, but the thing about chocho is that she's really erratic. Like, you never know when you're going to get the best of chocho, and you're never going to know when you get the worst of chocho. The same thing with choji, because I feel like in some missions choji was like the best fighter out there, and in some other missions like choji was just like useless, quote unquote, right? That's pretty much how I see that team. Now the next team is team 5. It's going to be Iwabe, Denki, and Metal Lee. Now this team is pretty much like my second favorite team, second to team 7, mainly because they have my favorite character. If you a day one, you guys already know it's pretty much Iwabe. Iwabe is like my favorite character, and also has my other favorite character, which is Metal Lee. Metal Lee is close to Rock Lee, and Rock Lee was like one of my favorite characters in Naruto, so it's a happy marriage in that team right there. And also they have Denki, which is like not the best shinobi, and I feel like it really offsets, mainly because Iwabe and Metal Lee, they are really skilled. So I think this team is going to be 9 times out of 10 like a close range team. This is going to be a team where you put on the front lines, where you first try to break into something, or you first try to make your impact, mainly because they are a close range team. Now Iwabe, we know he's extremely talented. He's like 2 years older than everybody. He knows a lot more ninjutsu. In terms of ninjutsu and everything like that, he's pretty much levels ahead of everybody except team 7. So he's extremely great. And in terms of Metal Lee, taijutsu wise, we all know that he is of course levels ahead of everybody else. And Denki is pretty much going to be there trying to learn something. May it be genjutsu, may it be ninjutsu, may it be taijutsu with Metal Lee. It could be multiple things, but hopefully he does learn something. He just doesn't weigh the team down. But I feel like as of right now, Denki's pretty much going to be heavily relying on the ninja technology. As you guys know, ninja technology is pretty much going to play a big part in Boruto, and Denki is the smartest member in terms of technology in the Konoha. So I feel like he's going to be a good person to actually go to if you need some ninja technology, things like that. But he's going to be heavily reliant on ninja technology. Now if we were to rank these guys from strongest to weakest, I feel like it would go I almost called Iwabe Kawaki, but it will go Iwabe, it will go Metal Lee, and then it will go Denki. The thing about Metal Lee and Iwabe thing, I feel like a lot of people want to put Metal Lee above Iwabe, and that's cool. I feel like it's decent. The only reason why I feel like it's good because Metal Lee showed the ability to open gates already. If you guys remember back when he got possessed by the Dark Chakra, when he got possessed by Sumire, he opened the first gate. The only reason why I put Iwabe above Metal Lee is the fact that if Iwabe and Metal Lee were to fight like in regular state, Iwabe would beat Metal Lee, definitely, mainly because he has just the understanding of ninjutsu and also taijutsu on his side. He's not completely inept in taijutsu, so he's gonna be able to combat some of Metal Lee's moves. So that's pretty much why I feel like Iwabe is stronger than Metal Lee. Now the last Konoha team I'm gonna talk about is Wasabi, Sumire, and Namida. Now I feel like this team is gonna be a very interesting team, mainly because we know that Wasabi is the fastest character in the Konoha. It was said by I think Boruto, and also they have Sumire, which is pretty much a very talented shinobi as well. I'd say she's in the top 5 of shinobi in the Konoha. Now we got a whole arc about her. We obviously know that she has the Nue, which is one of Kaguya's summoning jutsus, which is a very significant part of the storyline going forward in Boruto. I can't stress that enough. This is another team that's going to be like a mid-range team. I don't really know a lot about the characters except Sumire. We all know that Sumire uses his water style. She probably has other chakra natures. It's just that she's quiet and she doesn't necessarily show a lot of her abilities. This team is kind of like Team 5 in the fact that the first 2 characters are very talented, which is going to be Sumire and Wasabi, but the 3rd character, which is Namida, we don't really know much about her, and we don't think that she's that strong, mainly because she didn't really show us a lot during the belt test with Kakashi. If I were to rank this team from strongest to weakest, of course it would be Sumire, Wasabi, and then Namida, mainly because Sumire showed us a lot of stuff when she was fighting Boruto and Mitsuki, and also Wasabi is quote-unquote the fastest character in the Konoha as of right now. And that's pretty much how I'd rank this team. It would be a good team, mainly a mid-range team, probably second to Team 7, but that's pretty much it. Now if we were to talk about Shinki's team, now Shinki's team is going to be a very interesting team, mainly because this is going to be the first team that we actually do a co-op mission with, and that's what I believe. Actually, I feel like this right here is going to be the first team that we actually go out in other nations and try to complete missions in other nations. I feel like this is going to be the first one, mainly because it's Gaara. I mean, it's Gaara's son's team. Obviously Gaara and Naruto, they have the best relationship. Gaara and Naruto pretty much talk every day, so Naruto and Gaara are going to want their sons to get along, so they're going to be going out on missions together. And I feel like Shinki is probably the strongest character in the Sand Village as of right now. He obviously knows magnet release, which is the same kind of release as Gaara and also Gaara's father. We've seen a little bit of him in the tuning exam, and I felt in the tuning exam he really showed that, of course, he's just like Gaara. Like, he's extremely strong at a young age. Hopefully Shinki and Boruto get along, because we know in the manga he was kind of asking his dad, or he's asking someone like, hey, how does Boruto get to fight Momoshiki? And I don't, maybe he's a little bit jealous, I don't know, but eventually I feel like they will get along. But again, Shinki's team is very significant, mainly because it opens the door for our characters to do missions with other teams and also have missions outside of the village. But let me know what you guys think about these teams in the comment section below. Of course, I feel like the strongest team is going to be Boruto's team, and I probably will rank these teams from strongest to least strongest in probably like a later video, probably next week, probably next month. I have no idea, depends on what you guys want. But I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below. Let's exclude Team 7 because we obviously know that's the strongest team. What team do you feel like is the strongest team other than Team 7? Is it Iwabe's team? Is it inojin's team? Is it Wasabi's and Sumire's team? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But make sure you guys comment in the first 15 minutes to be featured in my next Boruto video. But it's been your boy Baara B, and we out.
For my city, I'm the youngest nigga reppin'. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. I'm a first.